We're recording.
Now we're recording.
I was like on my phone and then you were talking and I was like, oh shit, was I supposed to talk
No,
about the movie?
n- no, no. I'm still
Oh,
ranting about work stuff
okay.
off mic that cannot be spoken on
It
mic.
almost, well, you know why I say that, Sam? Because it's almost like a movie.
It's
You
almost like a
know,
movie.
it's almost
The
like a fucking movie.
the constant horror show of
A
my
constant real
past few
horror show.
months. Anyway, I
Yes.
do love my new job. My no, it's not new anymore. I've been there for a year. It's an amazing job. I love it. I love every minute of it. I'll probably
Mm-hmm.
have to cut all this out. We'll see.
Okay. No problem.
There are just all jobs have these rough patches where it's like, I fucking love my job, but
Totally.
uh,
Um, but you were just mentioning, you said you might have to cut this part out of the episode. Speaking of cutting things out of your life, such as your wife and children, cut them up with an axe. Like in the
that's
show.
right. That's right. Welcome to Real Horror Show, a horror movie review podcast where we review horror movies from Netflix, Hulu, Shudder, and everything in between. I'm your host, Sam Odie.
And I'm your co-host, Stormy Skies.
This week we are reviewing The Shining,
The
which is a
Shining.
1980 horror movie directed by Stanley Kubrick, based on the novel by Stephen King, starring Jack Nicholson, Shelley Duvall, and Danny Lloyd.
Yeah.
I didn't write any of that down. That was just off the cuff.
And Danny plays Danny. That was
Danny
cool. That
plays
was really good off the cuff.
Danny plays Danny.
Yeah.
And unfortunately I can't remember who plays Slim. Slim? Slim. Slim? Is that
Slim.
no, that's not his name.
Dick.
Dick. Dick. True. Yeah.
Almost there. Scatman
With
Crothers plays Dick Halloran.
what a name.
What a name. That
And this
can't be
is
his real name.
and this is how we like to break it down. We start with characters and acting, then move into story and writing, and wrap things up with production. And then we like to discuss the real horrors this movie addresses. Sometimes they're serious, and sometimes we like to have a little bit of goofy fun. That being
Mhm.
said, we're a horror movie podcast, so here is a general trigger warning. We talk about death, blood, guts, and other unsavory topics that might not be suitable for everyone, although we try to do so sensitively. Listener's discretion is advised. Movies are then rated on a scale of what the fuck did I just watch, which means there's no redeeming qualities to be found. Meh, it's okay, and oh yeah, that fucked me up, which is what all horror should strive to be. So
Yeah.
let's get started. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be, I will be forthright.
Yeah.
When I got home from work yesterday,
Yeah.
um, I was too drained to watch The Shining, so I did not rewatch it in full. I was watching it while I was doing some desk work today and
Ah,
right before we started recording, but I've seen it so many times, The Stormy Skies. I feel very confident and I have so many notes just from when I was doing research. So I
I thought
think
you said you never saw it.
The Shining? No, I said I've
Yeah.
never seen The Silence of the Lambs.
Oh, why did I think you never saw this one?
No, how dare
What the
you?
fuck?
How
Oh,
I just finished editing our newest episode. I've
I'm
never seen I have
confused.
never seen Silence of the Lambs. I've seen
Okay, well, girl, I might make you do that next.
you can't make me do anything. I'm the
Okay, we'll
boss.
talk about that off mic. But anyway,
I
sorry.
gotta
Yeah, so you said good. So I was worried that this was like I literally texted you about the bad words, Sam, because
well, it's a good thing you did because I forgot it ever happened. Um, Not only
okay.
have I seen this movie so many times, I've seen the 30 Second to Mars music video for The Kill
Is it
about a
about The
hundred
Shining?
times. It is The Shining. It's
It is?
down to the dog giving a blowy
No
in the
way. I like that song, but I've never seen the music
Oh
video.
yeah, no, the music video is really good. It's like a little retelling of The Shining.
Oh, cool. To Mars, the kill. The kills, my bad. The kill.
As you can imagine, Jared Leto takes on the part of Jack
Jack
Torrance.
Torrance. Ah,
Yes,
yes, of course he does. That little freak.
that little freak who, once again, I would like to issue a public apology for in 2010 when I made a wish that I Wish that Jared Leto would get back into acting. I'm sorry, everyone. If I could
Well,
take it back, I would.
because of that wish, we now have this fucking Tron movie that everyone hates.
That's why I have to issue the apology. He's
And then
apparently
before
not
that,
even he's not even the main character of the Tron movie, but they centered him in all of the marketing.
wait, okay, wait. Jared Leto movies. Okay, here we go. Movies. Yeah, what's that other movie he was in that like Morbius? Everyone hated that
Fucking
too.
fucking Morbius.
What is
Anyway,
that even about? Like a
it's
monster
it's
movie?
about it's about a Spider-Man villain who's like a vampire.
Oh, okay. A Spider-Man. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
God, Morbius was such a wild time in life because they pulled it out of theaters, but then fans, quote unquote fans, demanded they put it back into theaters, and then no one saw it
Oh
again.
my God.
And then
The
a
fuck?
new campaign started with, "Come on, put it back in theaters one more time. We promise we'll go see it this
They're like,
time."
we're not gonna fucking keep doing this, people.
Anyway, let's try and keep this podcast under an hour like we always do. I mean, it's The Shining. We could get off on many tangents. Um,
Get off on many tangents, you say. Ah, yes.
Not that we ever get off on tangents.
Never,
Never,
never get off. So
never,
anyway,
never.
let's
Okay,
start with acting.
so acting. Before we get into acting, let's address the alleged treatment Shelley Duvall
Oh,
endured during the making
yes.
of this movie.
By fucking guy. Fucking director guy.
But did you say
Stanley.
Kubrick, Stanley Kubrick, the greatest director of our lifetime, Stormy?
Wasn't he the one that was giving her shit?
Yes,
Yeah, what the
it's all in
fuck?
my notes.
Yeah, well, yeah, let's tell the people. The people have to know.
Okay, so Shelley was terrified basically every moment she was on that set, and Kubrick was a big factor in making that happen, allegedly encouraging the rest of the cast and crew to isolate her, taunting her, etc., to get a better, more convincing performance out of her. However, Shelley herself did speak highly of working with Stanley Kubrick and valued the experience working with him. Either way, it
Yes.
still does not justify any workplace bullying, even if it did get a very good performance out of Shelley Duvall,
Yes, yes, it did.
because she was scared the entire time she was on this set.
Yeah, she sure was. Sorry, my
Or,
mic is doing feedback. I'm trying to fix it.
oh
Anyway, continue.
no,
Continue. Ignore
oh
me.
no.
Fixed it. I
Um,
fixed it.
Jack Nicholson was Kubrick's first choice for the role of Jack Torrance. However, other actors were considered, and I'm only like super excited to see the universe in which one of these actors was Jack Torrance because I think his performance would have been
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
the list includes Robert De Niro and Harrison Ford,
Oh.
but the one I would be most excited seeing as Jack Torrance is Robin Williams.
Oh, wow.
He
Yeah.
was he was under consideration. Have you ever seen 1 Hour Photo?
No, I have
Oh my God,
not.
it's so fucking good. He
Oh,
plays
cool.
a crazy photo developer guy,
Ah,
and
totally.
oh my God, it's so fucking good.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah, that seems like that would be like the job for like a scary man,
Yeah,
like
no,
the the
he's
developer.
terrifying in that movie, and I feel like
Nice.
he would have been a really good Jack Torrance, and I think so. We're going to talk a lot about Stephen King in this
Yes.
episode.
Uh-huh.
Um, One of his biggest complaints with casting Jack Nicholson was he was previously in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which was a very big deal of a
Yeah.
movie, and he was like, the viewer might already view Jack Nicholson as mentally unstable.
Yep.
Which is something he spoke of. One of his biggest gripes with the movie is that Jack Nicholson just seems crazy right off the bat. It's not a slow build to being crazy. I feel like Robin Williams would have been able to pull off Jack Torrance being a relatively nice guy, slowly descending into madness,
Yeah.
and do it brilliantly because he is so fucking good in 1 Hour Photo. But then again, this is 1980, so that's very early in Robin Williams' career as an
Yeah.
actor.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but like Robert De Niro and Harrison Ford, I can't.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't
I
think
can't
they
see it.
could get there.
Um,
They're too mafia.
anyway, I don't think, with all the times I've been rewatching it, including today, I
Yeah.
don't think Jack Nicholson is
Yeah.
intentionally trying to make Jack Torrance seem crazy right off the bat. I think that is just Jack Nicholson.
Dude, I literally thought the same thing because I was like trying to to like really lock in to see like if he does have that descent into madness. And like
Hmm.
once he gets to the hotel, like he's super awkward. And then I whenever he like speaks to his wife, Wendy, like he just fucking hates her.
Oh my
Like
God, that's something
like
I want to
off the
bring up.
bat,
That's
dude,
something I
off the
want to
bat.
bring up
He
when we
like
get to story and
hates
writing.
Dude, I know, but like the way he's acting, he's like fucking hates her. So I was like, I was watching with Luke and I was like, dude, I swear to God that like Stanley Kubrick was probably like, hey, Jack Nicholson, just like play the whole movie as if you just fucking hate Wendy. Okay, dude, just
Like,
like, but low key.
that's what
Just,
it feels like. And listen, I've seen Jack Nicholson in a lot of movies.
and he's
This
like
is
can do
just how he is.
comedy. Yeah.
This is just how he
That's
acts.
just, yeah, that's just like him. That's like his threshold
Like his
there.
eyebrows, the
Oh, yeah.
that's just who he is as a person. Like
Yeah.
every
He's like
role
trying
is
to act neutral, and that's
he's
just how he's like a big weird dude.
he's trying to act neutral, but his eyebrows are doing the thing and he's got that grin.
Right. And then he speaks like a little bit too slow.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, okay. Like I see you're trying to be that could either come off as like you're being like polite or like you're fucking crazy.
right. So in all of
Like,
my
oh my
times
God.
watching this, knowing King's critique, I have never been able to like see it that way. I just see how Jack Nicholson would be playing this character.
And King hates this, right?
Yeah, King. I have so many notes on that.
Always. Yeah.
That is the bulk of my notes.
They always hated. Yeah.
Um, Jessica Lange was considered for the role of Wendy at the
Oh.
suggestion of Jack Nicholson,
Huh.
but I feel like
Damn.
she would not be a good fit for this Wendy
Yeah.
because this Wendy, for anyone who's read the book and loves the book, knows that
Yeah.
this Wendy is very different from how she is in the book.
Hmm.
She's much more timid, much more terrified. It's been a
Yeah.
while since I've read the book, so
Me too,
um,
but the book is good.
the book is very good.
It's not long. Yeah. Right.
So the role was already offered to Duvall, so it didn't matter if Jack Nicholson suggested Jessica Lange. I don't think she would have been a good fit for
Yeah.
this iteration of Wendy. But if they, wrote Wendy to be how she
Right.
is in the book, I think she would have been a great choice.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah.
Um,
Cool.
Stephen King naturally hated Shelley Duvall as Wendy, just like he hates
Huh.
every aspect of this movie.
Oh, yeah, totally. And I feel like he just like doesn't understand like women in general. And like
I I agree. I don't. Here's the thing.
yeah.
Yeah, whatever opinions you have of Stephen King, love him, hate him, he doesn't really understand women, which is
Yeah.
amazing that he managed to write Carrie, and Carrie is so good.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but my follow-up note to that note is
Yes.
Shelley Duvall is really fucking good in this movie.
Oh, yeah, she is. Yeah.
Um,
This was the role of her lifetime.
I know Kubrick allegedly did some really awful things to her, but she herself, you know, towards the end of her life, well after retirement, she spoke very highly of him and working on this movie. So I don't
Yeah.
if she was proud of this movie and how it turned out, I don't want to belittle her role to whatever he did to her to get that performance out of her if she herself didn't necessarily see it that way.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, you can see in behind the scene documentaries, he'd be an asshole to her and she'd fling it right back at him. So I don't think she was
Hmm.
ever actually terrified.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Wasn't she like sick the whole time too? Like
I
everybody was sick
probably, it
because they
was,
were like out. They were like on site.
Yeah, probably. Probably. And finally, little Danny Lloyd. Over 5,000 boys were interviewed for the role of Danny
Whoa.
before it was finally offered to him. Um,
He's so cute.
Unlike Shelley Duvall,
Yeah.
Kubrick took great care in protecting Danny during filming. The boy believed at all times he was filming a drama and not a horror movie.
Oh, how sweet.
Um, and listen, I'm
Mhm.
currently rewatching the 1997 TV movie
Nice, nice. I
because
love it.
it's currently on Hulu. David didn't know it existed.
Oh man.
Um,
That's funny. Yeah.
he was very confused because it's very bad.
It is so bad.
He
It's
was
so
like, "So
bad.
did this come out before the Kubrick one?" It's like, God, no. And he
No.
apparently also didn't know that Stephen King absolutely despised the Kubrick version until very recently, and we'll get into that when we get to production.
Production. Nice, nice.
And Danny Lloyd is very talented for his age. He only did like two movies. So,
Yeah.
but he is very good.
I know he is. He did a
Because
great job of
because
being a little freak.
I'm currently comparing him to the other Danny, and like I don't want to be mean to a little kid, but he's not good.
Yeah.
Granted, t 97's Tony is a floating teenager.
Oh
And
yeah, he's like real.
you know what I want, since
Hmm.
not that I necessarily want a remake,
Hmm.
but I wouldn't hate another attempt at a book accurate The Shining adaptation,
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
as an adaptation, this movie not that great.
Right.
I would like Stephen King not to touch it.
Yeah.
I would like
And
Mike
don't not be
Flanagan
in it.
to
Yeah,
do the
don't be in it.
miniseries.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool.
Because like obviously Mike Flanagan, he did Doctor Sleep, and we'll get
That's
we'll
right.
we'll get to all of that in production.
I've
I
never
can't I
seen
hate
Doctor Sleep.
Doctor Sleep was pretty okay.
You s-
Um, I've seen
Great.
Doctor Sleep. I remember you didn't like the book.
Yeah, that's right. Yes. No, I don't think I did, and probably would feel the same about the movie, I guess.
You might feel differently about the movie. Mike
Yeah.
Flanagan took a lot of liberties
Did
with
he?
it, and we'll get to it when we get to
Okay.
production.
Anyway, yes, yes.
So, writing and story, um,
Mhm.
I don't have a lot of detailed notes. I want to go off the cuff with this because The Shining is one of the best horror movies ever made.
Totally.
And I don't
Yeah.
want this episode to be
Be like,
too long.
sh like shit on. Yeah.
I want because I have to edit this shit. I don't want it to, and
I
also I'm a
know.
sleepy girl, so I want to keep
Sleepy.
it to 45 minutes to an hour. So,
Yeah.
story.
Yeah.
Jack Torrance is a recovering alcoholic who broke his son's arm. He lost his job. It's not stated in this version of the movie why he lost his job, but in the book and the made-for-TV movie, it's because he beat the shit out of a student.
That's right. I remember I told Luke and I was like, I don't know if I'm wrong because we didn't mention it, but I was like, I think he like beat on somebody, but I
Yeah,
don't
in the
remember.
book and the made-for-TV movie, it's because he beat the shit out of a
Oh,
student.
you
But like I
psycho.
just said, as an adaptation, this movie is not good. Like
Right, I know. Yeah, they
if
just do different stuff.
yeah, it is
Like, yeah,
very much not.
yeah.
It's loyal, but it's not loyal. You know what I mean?
Right. Like the maze instead of the hedge animals. Like,
Which
dude, just do the fucking animals.
I don't want to say it too loud because we haven't gotten to the hedge animals yet in the
Sorry.
miniseries,
Oh
but the
yeah.
evil topiaries
Yeah, the
are
evil
so fucking
topiary. Like
stupid.
we could
So
make that, yeah, it's stupid, but could we make it cool? Like
yeah.
probably. But no, like let's do a maze. I'm like, okay. I get it. I get why the maze is there anyway, but anyway, whatever. Continue.
Anyway, as an adaptation, not good. As a
Yeah.
movie, fabulous. Love it.
Hmm.
But
Love that
yeah,
shit. Really.
as
Yeah.
someone who had a precious piece of work adapted into a relatively terrible film adaptation, I get where Stephen King's coming from. The
Yeah.
difference is if Stanley Kubrick wanted to fucking ruin my shit, I would say yes, yes, daddy.
Yes, Daddy. Because listen, this came out and then Steven did his thing after this, you said,
Yeah.
but like made it worse and starred in it. Like, what? Fuck, man. What's the
He didn't
matter with
star in it. He was just the
you?
band
Oh,
conductor.
right.
Which
Quentin
don't
Tarantino,
spoil
but
that. We
yes.
haven't gotten to that yet either.
Oh my God, sorry, sorry.
David,
Anyway,
David,
please.
David is in for a wild ride with these next two episodes of the
Sure.
miniseries.
Sorry, David. I'm so sorry. But anyway,
But again,
let's roll.
I would be willing to allow another attempt at a book faithful adaptation miniseries
Yeah, let's
if
go.
Mike Flanagan was behind the wheel.
Flanagan. Absolutely. I hope
He
he's
he
listening.
he gets it.
Of
I'm sure he's listening. Of course he's listening.
course he is. Yeah.
Um, so yeah, he beat the shit out of a student. He desperately needs this job at the
He's like,
Overlook
why did they
Hotel.
fire me? I don't know. I'm gonna be a
Um,
writer. Sorry.
right, he doesn't say why he got fired in this movie.
He's like, I'm gonna be a writer
Um,
now.
Danny's being psychic at home and he's like, Tony, did dad get the job? Is dad gonna get the job? And Tony's like, he already got the job.
He's got a phone you read just in a minute. It's like, okay,
Yeah, so
Tony.
Danny's like a weird little psychic kid, and Shelley Duvall is playing the mother of a psychic kid very well.
Yeah, she's
I mean,
just
I feel like I would be very
very
fragile and on edge if my
on
creepy
edge,
kid was
creepy ass
constantly
kid.
constantly predicting the future.
Yeah, predicting the future and then constantly like, Danny's not here right now, Mrs. Torrance. And it's like, okay.
And add an abusive alcoholic husband on top of that. I
Uh,
think Shelley played Wendy the way Wendy was supposed to be.
I agree. And also he broke the kid's arm though.
He broke the fucking
He's a
kid's arm.
baby.
He's a
Jesus.
little boy.
Oh my God. He's like 5. It's a baby.
So, yeah,
Yeah,
Jack gets the job. They move into the hotel. Um, Dick tells Danny about The Shining, and he's like, "If you need help, just call me and I will come. You shine on really loud."
pretty
And
much. Yeah.
that's basically it.
And
And
yeah, and Shining is like talking to him telepathically without
yeah.
speaking into his brain
Yep. And
because
then
Stephen King loves that shit.
he does like I've learned a lot about the universe of Stephen King's novels, and it's upsetting. We can do an entire episode just on that bullshit.
Oh, dude, yeah. Every single thing has to be supernatural. And
Everything is tied together. There's some
oh yeah,
supernatural turtle that's the arch
always.
enemy of it. I don't know.
Always. Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
ridiculous.
It's
Anyway,
it's weird.
please.
It's a whole ordeal. That sounds like a good episode to do.
Yeah, a
Uh,
whole ordeal. It does. But anyway,
um
please continue.
so they're in the hotel. Wendy is trying to be a ray of sunshine, but Jack just shits on everything she says. Like, holy shit, I'm gonna
Super mean.
after this episode, I'm gonna try and figure out how to do an edit. You know, like those
Mhm.
popular TikTok and Reels with
Oh,
your favorite
yeah.
characters. I'm gonna do
Uh-huh.
an edit of Wendy and Jack set to Taylor Swift's Tolerate It.
Yeah, yeah.
Because because Wendy is like always putting in like 90% into their marriage, trying so hard, and Jack's just like, sperm bank's mad at me that I might have choked my child.
Right. Yeah, yeah. And like b- Wendy basically upkeeps the whole fucking hotel and
Hmm.
she makes sure everyone is fed. And then Jack's like, yeah, like you're breaking my fucking concentration. Get the fuck out of here.
Like it's insane. He's trying to write and she's like, it's gonna snow tomorrow, and he's like, fuck you.
I know, right? Like literally,
Like
literally.
if I were to remake The Shining, it would turn into Wendy snapping
For
and
real.
killing Jack.
I
Like
know. I'm surprised that she's like chill
this because I just got
mentally.
to the first time um Jack meets Grady. No, Lloyd at the bar. Lloyd at the bar.
Oh yeah,
Um
Lloyd. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and he calls Wendy the sperm bank, and I never caught that before. I'm like, Jesus fucking
Oh,
Christ.
he does? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot that. I don't know if
Yeah.
I like was not paying attention or like just it slipped by me, but yeah.
Like
Oh, good old
Jack
Steven.
is so terrible.
For
And
real.
I know, so The Shining is very personal to Stephen King because of the aspects of Jack struggling with alcoholism and
Alcohol,
addiction
yeah.
because King was going through that in his own life. So I can get
Yeah.
maybe some of the hatred for this movie just painting Jack as such an asshole and like, oh shit, was I like that?
Right.
Oh my God, like he's the worst.
Literally the worst. Terrible, terrible guy.
The fun detail for me as a playwright, in the
Mhm.
TV movie, he's working on a play while he's isolated.
Oh, that's funny.
And I'm always like, maybe I'm just so naturally gifted as a playwright, but for me, it's like, it's not that hard to write a
Yeah, you don't gotta
play.
lock yourself up for 5 months
Yeah,
just to do
it's
it.
it's like probably like I don't want to discredit my art and the art of my peers, but like compared to other formats of writing, I feel like we have the most fun.
Yeah, probably do.
It's
Like,
all
yeah,
it's mostly dialogue. Like that's fun.
yeah,
That's so fun to write. And
it is fun. It's tough.
it
It's
only
tough
needs to
to
be
not
like
be.
between 90 and 120 pages. That's so easy.
Yeah, yeah, it can be easy
I
and like,
definitely
yeah.
would not be going mad.
No, and you wouldn't need like a 5 month retreat to like get that shit down.
No, and in fact,
Um,
I feel like in this version he's writing a novel. I feel like you don't need that for a novel if you're good.
if you're yeah, if you're good, but like apparently he was in this movie, he was a school teacher. He got fired and now he's like writing a novel. But
Mhm.
Luke brought up a good point where he was like, why is he writing a novel? Like, is he a writer? And I was like, don't think so. So,
I
just
think
doing whatever he
the
fucking wants.
the simple answer is yes, because Stephen King wrote this novel, and
Right?
9 times out of 10, his male protagonist
Our
will
writers.
be
It's just him. It's little
will
Steven
be a writer from Maine.
from
A lot of shit happening up in Maine for some reason.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so it's just like Steven. Okay.
So
Basically the same
if
person.
if you're asking, is the Stephen King character a writer? The answer is probably yes.
Yes.
That's your lesson for today. So anyway, he's a very bad writer. His concentration gets broken just by his wife being a ray of sunshine and saying, "Hello, how you
Yeah, and
doing?"
he's like, get the fuck out of my face.
Get
And
out of
she's
my
like, I'm
face.
sorry. Okay.
Which, you know what, I would consider Wendy very strong-willed because if David
Yeah.
said that to me, he'd be dead.
Oh, yeah, he definitely would
He
no
would
longer
be
be
dead.
living. He would be dead and not living anymore. Because what the fuck is that about?
So Wendy and Danny continue living their lives. Danny gets choked by a woman in one of the hotel rooms. So Wendy begs Jack to go check out room 217, or no, 237 in this movie.
Yeah, yeah, it's different numbers.
In the TV movie, it's 217, but it's 237. I know because that's our mailbox keychain.
Yeah, 237. And then is it 237 in the book?
I cannot
I
remember.
don't remember. Now I don't know like who did what. But
I don't know. There's
well,
too much going on.
she goes to him and he's drinking at the pretend bar and
Mhm.
like he's like she goes to him and he's like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" That's like one of my favorite things he says. I know
Yeah.
it's mean, but I'm just like, what's your
I mean,
problem?
kind of fair. I'd be gentler about it, but kind of fair. What do you mean there's a woman in the hotel?
He's like, which room?
So he goes to check it out. Hot lady gets out of the tub. She's naked. They start making out, no questions asked. And then she turns into a gross, decaying old woman
Who's like laughing?
who's laughing. And he's like, oh.
Also, let's
And
talk about we'll talk about the room later. But yeah, he's all scared and then he goes back to the room and he gaslights the shit out of Wendy.
yeah,
Like,
boy did it to himself.
yeah, he's like, once you roll everything else out, there's no other explanation.
And then this is the first time Danny sees red rum written on the wall.
Oh, yeah, classic
Red
thing.
rum, red
Classic thing. Oh,
rum.
you sound like him really good.
Thank you. I've been practicing my
You're,
whole life for this
oh,
moment.
really? Well, that's
Red
good.
rum, red
Yeah.
rum, red rum.
And then he wakes up his mom and she's like, the fuck?
Yep.
What's
And
wrong with you? Anyway.
Yeah, anyway, Jack is in charge of this hotel, but it's Wendy doing all of the work.
For real.
And I just want to point out probably the biggest difference between the book and the movie is the water heater is not that important in this
Oh
movie.
shit, that's oh my God, thank you for saying that because you jogged the memory of the water.
Yeah, no, that's like the most important part of the book
Dude,
is
that is what
maintaining the
happens
water
in the
heater.
book. Yes.
So at the end of the
Right.
book, the climax is the water heater's going to blow
Heaters
up. Jack
blow up.
sacrifices himself to save Wendy and Danny, even
Yeah.
though the ghosts are trying to possess him to do what Grady did to his girls. And we skipped over the girls. Danny likes riding his tricycle around the um,
Dude, I would.
hotel. I also would. I was like, oh God, that seems like so much fun.
Isn't that great? It's there's nobody around.
And then there are two people around.
Ooh.
The little girls, and they say, "Come play with us, Danny, forever
And
and ever."
he's like,
And
ah, but he's like not screaming. He just
mhm.
opens his mouth real wide as if he's screaming, and then they show him them dead, and because he's a
Yeah,
special boy.
and it starts snowing, and they get snowed in, as was predicted.
Of course they do.
Of
Yes, they
course they do. What happens then? I feel like it's a lot of
they get snowed in, and then he gets choked by the old woman. He sees the girls first, maybe I don't know, vice
yeah,
versa, and then he shines to Dick, and then Dick gets on a plane from Florida, and he flies up
right.
to the thing, and then he's on his way, and then Jack starts to descend more into madness, and he goes down to the ballroom, and then it's the July 4th party, and that's where he
Yes.
meets Grady.
Okay, so things do accelerate pretty fast after Room 17.
But
Room,
it's a 2.5 hour movie, so it seems like you're like waiting and you're like, what is the
yeah.
next thing that even happened and in what order?
Yeah, well, a lot of the 2 hours comes from these very long, unsettling shots that Kubrick liked to do,
Oh
like
yeah.
Danny riding his tricycle through the halls, or Wendy bringing dinner a mile from the kitchen up to
For
Jack
real.
in bed. Which, once again, Wendy far more tolerant than me. If my husband's sleeping till 11:30 when there's what was
Book
he
to be fucking
doing?
written.
What was he
Yeah.
doing?
For
I would
real.
not be bringing him breakfast in bed.
No, no.
One, because David is in charge of making coffee, not me. It's too
Yeah,
hot. I'll burn myself.
exactly. Your sweet hands. We can't have that.
My sweet, delicate hands.
Sweet, delicate hands of a lady. But yeah, I don't want to do that shit either. I'm not in charge. Luke's in charge of making food. Like, fuck do I look like?
Um,
If he doesn't make food, I'll just die.
yeah.
Anyway,
So anyway,
you talked.
after the lady incident, Danny contacts Dick, and um when Jack returns to the ballroom, it's filled with ghostly figures, including Delbert Grady, who urges Jack to correct his wife and child.
By killing them.
Yeah, or
Ah,
abusing them.
but then he says like one of the coolest things ever in the movie, I think, which is when he says he's like saying, "Hey, like I read about you. You killed your wife and child." And he's like, "No, I don't think so." And he's like, "Grady, you were the caretaker here." And he's like, "No, you're the caretaker. You've always been the caretaker because I've always been here." And so that's like a little bit of a turning point is hearing you've always been the caretaker because I've always
Yeah.
been here. And so you're like, oh, what does that mean? So then we go from there.
Um, then Wendy finds Jack's manuscript, and all he has written is
All work and no
"No
play
play
makes
makes
Jack a
Jack a
dull
dull
boy.
boy. All work
But
and no
like a
play
lot of
makes
pages
Homer
of it. So
something
someone really
something."
they typed that.
Someone had to type that.
Someone wrote that. A lot of that. So that, but like, dude, I would be like low key freaked out. Actually high key terrified if I saw that my spouse, who was a writer, was writing this novel and all the pages said that.
Yeah. So Jack finds her, threatens her. She knocks him unconscious, locks him in the kitchen pantry.
Good.
She finds out she and Danny can't leave because Jack sabotaged the hotel's two-way
Ugh,
radio system, which she had been using. We saw earlier in the movie that she was using to talk with someone.
yeah, and then he sabotaged the snow cat, their little snow car thingy.
Yeah. So she runs back to their room. Danny is saying red rum repeatedly. Red
a
rum.
bunch of times, and she's like annoyed, and she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, we gotta get out of here."
She sees it in the mirror and it realizes that it's actually the word murder spelled
Murder.
backwards.
Wow. Cool shit. Real cool. Real
Jack is freed
clever.
by Grady. He goes after Wendy and Danny with an axe.
Yep.
Danny escapes through the bathroom window. Wendy fights Jack off with a knife. He tries to break through the door, and that's where we get the "Here's Johnny."
Here's Johnny. Yes, so that's very classic
Yep, that's the DVD cover.
cover, yes, of his face. And then
Uh,
he leaves.
oh yeah, at some point,
Why does he leave the bathroom door? Forget it.
because she stabs his hand when he is
Oh,
trying to
yes,
unlock
yes.
it.
I was
Um,
not paying attention. I gotta get back in.
so Dick arrives, and then,
Oh yeah.
um,
Oh shit,
because
yeah.
he has a snow cat, so he was able to get to the hotel. He arrives. Jack ambushes and murders him with the axe, which is another
Just
big change from the book.
from the jump. Oh, really? What happens in the book
I'm
again?
pretty sure in the book he lives because he lives in the TV movie.
Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he
But
lives and he's
yeah.
a big part of Danny's life.
Yeah, he
Then
just dies immediately in this one.
Wendy runs through the hotel looking for Danny. Then she encounters all the ghosts. She finds Halloran's bloody corpse, or Dick's bloody corpse. Then the vision of cascading blood from the elevator, similar
Oh
to
God.
Danny's, which is another iconic shot that they only had one shot at.
Very, yeah, and it did a great job. It looks very scary. I love it.
Danny carefully backtracks to mislead. Danny's in the hedges, and
Yeah, I
he,
was like, whoa, whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
sorry. At some point, Danny gets to the hedge maze, and
Yeah.
so Jack is chasing him through the hedge maze, but
It's
Danny
freezing cold and snowing,
backtracks.
by the way, so it's a danger.
Yeah, Danny backtracks to mislead Jack and hides behind a snowdrift. While Jack rushes ahead without a trail to follow and becomes lost, Danny exits the maze and is found by Wendy.
Dumbass
The two depart the Overlook in the snowcat, leaving Jack to freeze to death in the maze. Then the final shot of the film is the
is,
party, July 4th, 1921, and
yeah,
Jack is standing amidst the crowd of partiers.
yes, because he has always been here.
He's always been here.
He's always been the caretaker, guys, and he was supposed to be there.
He was supposed to be there.
I don't know how that all happened. Also, the ghosts are real because Delbert let him out of the pantry.
Yes.
So, like,
Well, ghosts can do silly things like that.
they can't.
They're just little guys.
They are just little guys and they could like let you out of the pantry. But anyway, that is the movie in two. That was a quick summary because the movie is 2.5 hours, which is longer,
Yeah.
30 minutes longer than I thought. I forgot it
It
was
is
that
actually
long.
like when you lay it out
Yeah,
like that, it's
yeah.
not a long movie. The length comes from the
No.
pacing.
Yes, you're exactly right. Yeah,
Because let's
totally.
look at this Wikipedia summary. It's only like 7 paragraphs.
Oh, yeah,
Like not even
absolutely.
one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 paragraphs.
Hmm.
I eyeballed that the first time. Good for me.
Good
Um,
job.
Now here's the fun part, or I think it's the fun part when talking about The Shining.
Ooh, let's get into what we really want to talk about here.
Production.
Oh, yeah, what makes the
So
movie so iconic?
obviously, this movie was not filmed at the Stanley Hotel. And I learned this
No.
little detail while I was reading the trivia section of the TV movie. The Stanley
Mhm.
Hotel is actually built on the like sunny side of the mountain, or it's
Yeah.
a side of the mountains that does not get a lot of snow during the winter.
Oh, okay.
And there
So,
was also insufficient electricity for a film shoot at the Stanley Hotel.
oh yeah.
So Kubrick took it to, shit, I can't remember the name of this hell hotel. I should have wrote it down. He took it to this one because they get a lot more snow. And
Oh, cool.
also that carpet
Oh yeah.
is iconic.
That carpet was really at the hotel. That's crazy.
Probably.
Dang,
It
what a
was the
weird thing to.
80s.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. I was like, what a weird design.
And not just the 80s, it was the 1980.
The
So,
1980.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Uh,
I wonder
so
if
what
they still have that carpet. It's
the
not.
carpet. I'm actually sitting on a blanket on my chair in the same design as the Overlook carpet. May I say that I am very pleased to own this blanket from middleofbeyond.com if anybody wants to know. But yeah, I also have a scarf with the same print on it. Anyway, yeah, so cool.
Why is Google making this
Sam has
so
gone.
difficult?
Okay, Sam's
Sorry, I'm here. It's the
gone.
Timberland Lodge in Oregon
Ah,
where
okay.
where he
I
was
was like
filmed.
looking it up too. I was like, let me see if I can find this place.
Sorry, Google was not being helpful for a minute.
No
The
worries.
Timberland Lodge is where they filmed it. No, based on current photos, they do not still have the carpeting. It's understandable. It's been 40 years.
I'd keep that shit, but I understand why
It
they
probably
couldn't.
got very gross.
It probably did get gross, totally gross. And it's not very cool. I mean, like, it looks scary. So,
Like, I mean,
I don't know if I would stay there if I saw that carpet. I'd be like, what the fuck is that? I don't know.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
What do you think?
And I mean, they're not, oddly enough, it's still the Stanley Hotel when you think of The Shining, even though that's not where the movie was filmed. It's still the Stanley that if you want the Shining experience, that's
Yeah.
the hotel you go to because Stephen King has been very open in saying that the Stanley Hotel, while he was staying there, inspired the novel.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. Upon its initial release, the film was not well received. It became one of two Kubrick films to not receive any BAFTA awards, and the only one of his last nine films to not be nominated for an Oscar.
Damn, could you imagine if this was Oscar nominated? Holy crap.
By the next
Yeah.
decade and beyond, the opinions on the movie began to shift, and many critics now view The Shining as one of the greatest horror movies ever made. In fact, this movie, at the very first Golden Raspberry Awards, which is the awards for bad movies, uh,
Razzie.
Kubrick was nominated for Worst Director,
Oh God.
and Shelley Duvall was nominated for Worst Actress. They later rescinded her nomination for Worst Actress in 2022 after learning about Kubrick's treatment of her on set.
Wow. Yeah.
And now, and now the super fun part.
Yeah.
We have to talk about Stephen King's feelings about the movie because apparently it's not common knowledge that he fucking hates this movie
Yeah.
or hated this movie. Things have changed a little bit, and we'll get to
Okay.
that in the
Got
third
it.
bullet point.
Okay.
He has been quoted calling it a shiny Cadillac without an engine.
Mm-hmm.
In his 1981 nonfiction book Dance Macabre, sorry, I'm an idiot. I'm reading, I'm not pronouncing. He
Totally. It's
noted that
okay.
Kubrick was among those filmmakers whose particular visions are so clear and fierce that fear of failure never becomes a factor in the equation. Even when a director such as Stanley Kubrick makes a maddening, perverse, and disappointing film as The Shining, it somehow retains a brilliance that is inarguable. It is simply there. And then he listed Kubrick films among those he considered to have contributed something of value to the horror genre. Um, then finally, King's hatred for the movie finally started to dissipate in 2019 when Mike Flanagan um, was able to adapt Doctor Sleep by making it a true sequel to the 1980s movie, as well as an adaptation of the Stephen King sequel to his novel. Flanagan expressed, "The Shining is so ubiquitous and has burned itself into the collective imagination of people who love cinema in a way that so few movies have. There's no other language to tell that story in. If you say Overlook Hotel, I see something. It lives right up there in my brain because of Stanley Kubrick. You can't pretend that isn't the case."
Yeah.
King initially rejected Flanagan's pitch of bringing back the Overlook as seen in Kubrick's film, but changed his mind after Flanagan pitched a scene within the hotel near the end of the film that served as his reason to bring back the Overlook. Upon reading the script, King was so satisfied with the result that he said, "Everything that I have ever disliked about the Kubrick version of The Shining is redeemed for me here."
That's
And
nice to say.
since you haven't seen Doctor Sleep, I can't spoil what that scene is for you. But
Yes, no, you cannot.
no, but
Apparently, it's at the end of the movie, though.
yes. Two very good scenes that I really like that do tie King's version of the story and Kubrick's version of the story together beautifully. And then, yeah, my last two notes for production were the Golden Raspberry nominations. Other than that, this movie is beautifully shot, as you can expect with any Stanley Kubrick film. He is a photographer. Every shot is so symmetrical, so beautiful. The score is so unsettling
Ugh,
that,
yeah.
and I know we talked about how a lot of this um, length comes from these
Drag
meandering, lingering
pacing.
shots
Yeah, the
and the
pacing.
pacing, but
Yeah.
that pacing really allows the score to shine.
Yeah, and make you feel scared.
Yeah, the score is the true star of
Oh,
this movie.
God, I know. Just think I can like hear it now in my head. Ugh. But yeah, totally.
Brr, brr.
Yeah, and it's like
It's so good. It's so good. Uh,
what else you got?
what those were all my production notes. What do you have?
All right, so production, we can get into a couple like different more iconic things. Let me see if I can like make my brain work off the cuff like we're doing today. So, um the carpet itself I think is supposed to have meaning of like penis and vagina sex. I don't know, but no, I'm serious. Like I think it's supposed to be imagery of like a like
Yeah.
phallic imagery or something like that. So anyway, that's why it's supposed to look so unsettling. We also have the juxtaposition of room 237, which unlike all the other rooms is like purple and green. Um and we have instances where we're walking down into like the bathroom of
Hmm.
this room, which is something that's not what we normally would do. So it makes you feel like that you're going the wrong way or something like that. So I don't know, like everything about that room is supposed to be like not quite right. Um, Going off of things that are not quite right. If you notice in the shot whenever Jack is first right, he starts to write his novel on the typewriter in the big lobby area in front of the big
Hmm.
staircase. He's the shot is from behind. It's the shot whenever before Wendy comes in and she's like, "Hey, hun, like how are you?" And he's like, "Why don't you get the fuck out of here?" Like that whole scene
Yeah.
right before there's a shot from behind, like it's his back, and he's sitting at the long table and he's sitting off to the left by like an inch. And if you look at it, it's like it drives me crazy. But like if you really like hone in on it, it's supposed to just like be he looks like askew, like not quite right. More stuff that like more like movie trivia stuff. There is a scene when it's the scene whenever Danny wants to go to the room to go get his truck and then Jack's just sitting on the bed. You know what I mean? Like staring
Yeah.
off into the distance and he's like, "I love you so much, son." So before he goes
Creepy.
up and yeah, before he goes up and does that, he's sitting in like the lobby area with Wendy and they're watching TV, right? So the TV that they're watching, one was never there before and two isn't plugged into the wall. There is no plug, in fact. There's nothing behind the TV. So
Hmm.
it's like weird stuff like this that is set up on purpose to make it seem like there's nothing like normal that's happening here. And if you catch it, you're like, oh shit, that's not quite right. That's not what it's supposed to be doing. You know what I mean? Um, damn, I think that's everything. That might be I yeah, I think that exhausts all my fun trivia and facts about that.
Ooh. I
Yeah.
looked up Scatman Crothers, and
Scatman.
he is in fact a jazz musician. He was in a band
Hmm.
that played in speakeasies in Indiana
Oh, cool.
as a teenager. So
Yeah.
that makes sense. Scatman is a very jazz forward name.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And it's funny that he's just does he do like was this his only role or was he in like other movies
Oh,
also?
he was in a lot.
Nice.
He played Louis the Garbage Man on the show Chico and the Man, Dick Halloran in The Shining. He was also a voice actor. He Voiced
Wow.
a
Cool.
character in the Harlem Globetrotters animated series. He played Jazz the Autobot in the Transformers,
Oh,
the
cool.
original Transformers. Oh, and he played the Scat Cat in the Aristocrats,
Nice.
which Scat
That's
Cat
cool.
sounds inappropriate, but I know what they mean because it's jazz and scatting is.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, so it
Uh,
doesn't mean like shit or
yeah,
anything like that, I
yeah. No,
guess.
scatting is a form of vocal
Yeah.
work
Vocal
um,
work,
that
yes.
I can't do that I just
You just did it
butchered.
really good.
I did it.
I liked that.
I did it
You were
fair.
like,
Just in case no one has ever heard. Um, real horror, real horror aspects. Your husband just fucking hating you. Like,
yeah.
I know that's not a case for us modern millennial women who marry men who actually like us, but back in the day, it was not uncommon for your husband to just fucking hate you, apparently.
Fucking hates you, and then he hates his kid that tries to fucking pull his arm off. He
Yeah.
hates himself, so he drinks. Also, uh, it would be like it's cool that Jack got this job at the hotel, but I want to let our listeners know that nobody wanted this job, guys. Nobody. They would have fucking taken anybody. It doesn't matter if he's like a normal dude.
Hmm.
They needed somebody to be there, okay? They just need a body.
Yeah.
So he's not
Like,
special.
I wouldn't buy this job in like
Yeah.
current days where we have internet and
Mhm.
endless access to movies and television and
Yeah.
internet. That's
Uh-huh.
the big thing.
Yeah.
Kindle Unlimited, that's great.
Oh, yes, it is.
Just endless forms of ways to entertain yourself. But Jack doesn't really have any hobbies. He's trying to force himself to write a novel, so of course he's gonna go insane, especially if he hates his fucking family.
Dude totally hates his family, but he's stuck there with them. And then
Yeah,
it's so obvious that he hates them because he's like, every time he like speaks to them, he's just like annoyed.
right.
Ugh, very annoyed.
Very
Okay,
annoyed.
other realistic aspects. Oh, cabin fever. So the
Yes,
real
cabin fever.
thing that you actually can get. Let me open a new tab. Cabin fever, not the movie.
But just want to say another great movie.
hmm Oh yeah. So that is irritability, listlessness, and similar symptoms resulting from long confinement or isolation indoors during the winter because there's not a lot of sun. So you fucking lose your shit if you don't occupy your mind. Um, why do they call it cabin fever? The term cabin fever originated from the early 1900s, describing the restlessness and irritability felt by people isolated in cabins during long winters, especially in places like the American West and Alaska. See, the West reference our last episode, The Wind, where they basically got cabin fever in the summer. Am I right, Sam?
Yeah,
They got cabin fever in the summer.
yeah,
Yeah. So anyway, that like having that and like I feel like if I were to stay in a place like this, I would like think about that a lot and I'm like, damn, it's coming. And I would like psych myself
yeah.
out about it. So like you can make yourself paranoid, I'm sure.
And that is something I like about Stanley Kubrick's version of the story is how even if you eliminate the ghosts, it is still pretty terrifying because it's kind of ambiguous whether the ghosts are causing Jack to go crazy or if he's just going crazy because of cabin fever.
Yeah.
I
Because
do
he's
like
like
that
been
aspect.
crazy.
I know
Yeah,
that's
because
another one
yeah.
of the controversial changes that
Right.
King didn't like, but I think it works.
I think it works too because in my opinion, he was crazy like the whole fucking time because of
Yeah.
just how he is in the whole movie, dude. And it's
Yeah.
just like he just needed one little push, man. So anyway,
I'm
also
I'm doing
being
some nasal spray.
he was only sober for 5 months, which is like the blink of an eye. You know what I mean? If
Yes.
you're like an addict or something.
Oh God,
Okay.
nasal spray's the worst. Anyway, yes. In the TV movie, he's only been sober for 3 months.
Damn.
Yes. And
He should
I'm
still
only
be in
comparing the
outpatient
TV.
rehab.
I'm only comparing the TV movie because I've been watching it.
Yeah, and I'm actually really glad because it's good to be able to compare the two things, which is based on the same novel.
Yeah. And
What
since the
else?
TV movie's more faithful to the book,
Yeah.
it's a
Oh,
quick reference to the book for me right now.
Another realistic aspect would be having a kid who's special
Yes.
because sometimes kids do be weird
Kids do be
and
weird.
sometimes kids are like, "Oh yeah, I remember my old family and I remember I used to work in the mines before I died." You know what I mean? Like, have you heard
Yes.
about stuff like that where kids
Yes, I
they remember
have.
their past lives and shit and
I
you're like,
have.
"Oh."
And they need to stop it.
Well, this kid is the opposite of he doesn't remember his past life. He can see the future. He can hear you through the walls. He can talk to you with his brain. And he has a imaginary friend that lives in his mouth, which is him. I don't
Hmm.
know, but anyway, having a freaking weird kid would suck. Um, uh, what else, girl?
I think that's all. And we achieved my goal of, because this could be
Being
a very
snowed
long
in?
episode. Being
Yeah.
snowed in,
Being
yes.
snowed in, that's it. That's as far as I'll go. But like everything else, yeah.
And there's so much more to say about The Shining. Uh, we didn't
Absolutely.
even touch into the fact that this is Stanley Kubrick telling the world that yes, he did film the moon landing. We'll save that for next Halloween.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And whatever other bullshit that Room 237 documentary talked about.
Oh, have I seen that, dude?
I can't
I think
remember. I
I
haven't seen it in a
Sam, do
long
you
time.
remember the movies I've seen? Why don't you
I'm
remember what
sorry.
I've watched? I
We
think
had we had whole lives before we knew each other.
I know. But I only would have watched this after we met.
You
Um,
think so? It was out when I was in college. I watched it with David.
I know, but I probably didn't watch it until like grad school time, unless I did
Wow.
watch it before. Well, I mean, I'll
Poser.
have to rewatch it. I feel like a couple of the trivia things I said is probably in this documentary here. So I'll have to watch it again to like remember if I've seen it. It's on Tubi for free. Also on Philo, Pluto, all this shit, whatever. All right, cool. AMC Plus. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you said you want, oh, yeah, I'm trying to watch this again to remember. So, yeah, that's all I have to say about that. What would you grade this movie, Sam?
Oh yeah, that fucked me up.
Because, oh, yeah, that fucked me up, and I've seen it a million times, and every time I watch it, I'm just like, Jesus, this is so fucked up. And it's old, too. It's a little older, so
It's
it's
old.
still scary.
This movie's like 40 years old now, more than
It,
40.
it's still pretty shocking.
Yeah.
It's pretty disturbing, in my opinion. Yeah. Okay, well, I vote the same. And yeah, do you have anything else you would like to add before I wrap it up?
I
Mm.
don't think so.
Yes. Okay. All right, cool. Well, me neither. So thanks for tuning into our episode. We are the Real Horror Show podcast. Our host is Sam Odie, and I'm the co-host, Stormy Skies. The podcast was created by Sam Odie and Stormy Skies and is directed, edited, and produced by Sam Odie. You can find Sam on Instagram at Sam is writing stuff, and you can find Stormy on Instagram at the Stormy Skies. You can find the Real Horror Show podcast on Spotify, TuneIn, iTunes, Google Play Store, Pandora, and anywhere you like to stream your podcasts. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you're always in the know when a new episode comes out. Excuse me. Follow us on social media. You can find the Real Horror Show podcast on Instagram, Threads, TikTok, Facebook, and Blue Sky. We do more than just podcasts. We love to write and have plenty of great movie reviews and essays, all of which can be found on our website, realhorrorshow.com. We love hearing from our listeners. You can ask us a question or send us a movie request to review by DMing us on social media, or you can even send us an email at realhorrorshowpodcast@gmail.com. Call for guests. Do you love horror movies? Are you a podcaster, a content creator, a movie lover, or anyone in between who is a listener to our show? We would love to have you as a guest on one of our episodes. Reach out to us via social media DM or email us at realhorrorshowpodcast@gmail.com. Our podcast episodes featuring guests are all listed on our website, realhorrorshow.com. We're so thankful for all of our listeners. You are the life force of our podcast, and we wouldn't really exist without you. Thank you all for making this podcast real and supporting us as we record every week. You can support us in different ways, such as liking and sharing our podcast episodes on social media. Giving us a review will help the podcast more than you know and will help other listeners find it too. You can also donate to Real Horror Show by visiting our support page on our website, where you can make a one-time donation via PayPal, buy us a coffee with the buy us a coffee button, or explore our very interesting Amazon wish list and any other pertinent news.
I don't think so.
Me neither, but guys, this is our Halloween special, so happy Halloween.
Happy
Be
Halloween.
safe out there, guys.
Indeed.
Wee! Halloween. I did. Yippee! I didn't make Sam watch the fucking Rob Zombie Halloween, which I love to torment her with.
N-
Because
No, I
we
watched
have
it
a,
once and that was enough.
I know, we have a very divisive opinion on that.
Very divisive.
Very. Anyway, our outro song is called Creepy Doll by Jonathan Colton, and you can be found at jonathancolton.com. Thank you, fuck off, and have a swell evening. This is Real Horror Show signing off.
Bye.
Bye bye.